Hello, this is Sir Stillwater. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Saturn 6 Gate HYDRA Great Building in Forge of Empires. This is a Space Age Titan Great Building, one of three, actually this is number three of three, for that era, which is the most current era in Forge of Empires at the time of this recording. So let's talk about what this building has to offer and if it's something you would want to build and spend those valuable resources to place. Okay, so it looks just similar, very, very similar to the other two great buildings in this era, which is the Pegasus and the Centaurus, or Centaurus. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Wasn't familiar. I wasn't sure then, and still not sure now. So when I recorded, so this is what we're looking at. Kind of very mechanical looking, kind of a Stargate thing, I guess technically. So not quite sure how to describe it, but either way, it is what it is. I'm not sure how big it is either. Let's take a look at that. We got a little bit greenery around the base. Almost looks overgrown too. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so Saturn 6 Gate HYDRA. Here I am over at the forgeofempires.fandom.com/wiki. Great resource, no affiliation. Link to this page down below. And you can also go over there and see about anything in the game or any of the great buildings. This is a great resource that I like to use to learn about different things. And making this series of all these great buildings, in particular, I've learned so much about the game and different angles of the game and how the great buildings tie into that. So it's really been enlightening. So it's definitely worth the check out. I have more videos coming too, so which will expand the dimensions of the game, not just great buildings. So, but back to the topic. So this, let's see, the write-up on this one here says, lastly, the Saturn 6 Gate HYDRA, named after the multi-headed serpent, symbolizes unity and adaptability. This gate is designed to connect to the new world humanity created for themselves during their journeys through the stars. It serves as the reminder that, despite the vast distance and differences between the colonies, all should work together to overcome the challenges of the universe. So there you go, kind of a peaceful mission, or peaceful statement at the end saying, hey, we've gone, far and wide, and this kind of pulls it all together. So it's kind of interesting. It's a Space Age Titan building, 3,000 of each good to build, which is the most expensive of the three. The other ones were Pegasus, I think, was 2,000 of each, and the Centaurus, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, it was 2,500 of each. It is a 4x4, so it's the same footprint as the other two. A road is required, surprisingly, since every great building requires a road. And what do you get for that investment? You get a production bonus, goods production for the guild's treasury. So it's a treasury contributor, and you get advanced tactics, similar to the Terracotta Army, where you get both attack and defense combined. So it's kind of interesting. The other two buildings in this era, one gives you attack, one gives you defense. This gives you advanced tactics, which is both. So it's kind of interesting. Even though they talk about peace, it's going to give you some attack bonuses. Not, it's going to give you some guild contribution too. But that's interesting. Let's see, what are we talking about next? We're going to talk about what it costs to place it. $290. I think it's similar to one of the other ones. Guild goods, you're going to get 3, and that's going to be 3 of each good from your era to your guild treasury at level 1. Advanced tactics, you're going to get a 3% advanced tactics, which is 3% attack, 3% defense together, each, I mean. Let's see, as I recall, level 10, 3980, you're going to get 30 guild goods each, and then advanced tactics, it's going to be a 30%. So 30% attack, 30% defense. And then similar to the other ones, similar to the other two Space Age Titan buildings, it's going to cost you goods. So here it looks like it's going to cost you 100 of each of your current era goods, or current levels goods, plus 5 million coins to unlock, in addition to the FPs, to unlock level 11 to get your guild contribution and your advanced tactics. So again, I think personally, I said it in the other ones, I'll say it here, I think it's a vanity piece. But hey, if you're at that level and you got that kind of Space Age Titan goods to build it, and it completes the set, right? It's the end. It's the end of the line of the eras in Forge of Empires. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with next, because they had a lot of really cool looking great buildings, and Then they kind of took it out into space, and they even had some really cool space-related ones that were that. And then this is kind of taking it. I'm really curious where they're going beyond in their next era. But either way, it's kind of a weird conclusion to the Great Building series. I'm still going to create other Great Building videos, but I did a individual video of every Great Building from the Oracle to the HYDRA. So I have those in one big playlist. They're also in my library or my video list of all those, plus a bunch of other stuff. And I've got a whole bunch of other ideas. But some's going to be guild stuff. Some's going to be tie-ins of great buildings and how they work with other things. I'm just gonna ramble a little bit here at the end of this one because this is didn't finish with the pizzazz I was hoping it would. It's not the great building that I had hoped it would be, but it opens the door for the next chapter. And what would you like to see? Here's my question for you: what would you like to see in a series, or in themes, or themes that play off of previous videos where they kind of go through a progression? And that's kind of where I'm at. I think I have a bunch of ideas that I've been wanting to do, but I've been kind of put on hold because I was working on the Great Building series, and I'll record these, 6 or 8 at a time, and then schedule them, and then kind of keep working through the list. But what would you find interesting, or what things can we tease through? There's a lot of new buildings in the game that are just event buildings that used to just be dogs that you would just get and throw in the marketplace. Now, some of those are just phenomenal. They're better than great buildings, because I know that's some of the stuff I want to cover. But what would you like to see? I mean, that's really when it comes down to it. Hopefully you're watching these and enjoying them and being entertained, maybe learning something along the way. What would you like to see? So please let me know down below. I really appreciate it. And thanks for your time. If you've watched any of these videos beyond this one, I appreciate every second you gave to them. So take care. Have a great day. Stay tuned. More coming. Also, another question: what do you think of the schedule? I kind of played around with those where I do 2 a week, different days, different times. So, curious. I'm rambling. Have a good day. Thank you. Goodbye.